Good morning, everyone. Today, we pause to remember one of the most tragic days in American history, September 11th, 2001. On this day, 2,977 innocent lives were taken in the attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and on Flight 93. These were ordinary people, parents, children, friends, and co-workers, whose lives were cut short. But 9/11 is not only a day of tragedy, it is also a day of heroism. We remember the firefighters, police officers, paramedics, and countless ordinary citizens who ran towards danger to save lives. Many of them never came home, but their bravery reminds us of what it means to be a truly selfless. Today, we honor their memory by standing together, united as one community and one nation. We remember that even in our darkest moments, we have the strength to rise, rebuild, and keep moving forward. As we reflect, let's commit ourselves to kindness, courage, and service so the legacy of 9/11 is not just about loss, but about how we choose to live in its aftermath. Thank you.
Thank you for the speech. I'll go ahead and, for anyone who isn't in America or hasn't really learned about the 9/11 attacks, I'm going to summarize. I'm going to do a brief thing on it. So, like he said, 9/11 was tragic. I mean, there's nothing we could have done. Like, it's sad how a person can just do something like that. Like, there's, you know what? He was talking about how selfless civilians were. There was one flight. There was there was 4 hijacked flights. 2 went into the towers. 1 went to the Pentagon. But 1 didn't go where it was supposed to go. That plane, everyone died. But you want to know something? The passengers on that plane, you know what they did? The passengers on that plane purposely, they knew they were going to die. They had already heard about the attacks. So they crashed the plane into a field so no one else would die. They already knew they would die. It's truly amazing to see how these people knew that they were going to die, but they still stepped up and made sure that no one else would get hurt. I'm going to start with the timeline. I'm going to start giving a timeline on what it was. So, it was just normal morning for everyone. American Airlines Flight 11 departing Boston. It departed Boston at 7:59 a.m. Followed by United Airlines Flight 175 at 8:14 a.m. and American Airlines Flight 77 departing Washington Dulles at 8:20 a.m. Flight 11 was hijacked over central Massachusetts at 8:14 a.m. and an attendant notified ground personnel at 8:19 a.m. Flight 11's transponder was turned off at 8:21 a.m. At 8:24 a.m., a hijacker on Flight 11 accidentally transmitted to ground control. United Airlines Flight 9 903 departed Newark at 8:41 a.m. Flight 175 was hijacked between 8:42 a.m. and 8:46 a.m. over New Jersey. At 8:46 a.m., Flight 11 struck the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Flight 77 was hijacked over Southern Ohio between 8:51 and 8:54 a.m. and its transponder was turned off. At 9:03 a.m., Flight 175 crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. The FAA ordered a national-wide ground stop at 9:25 a.m. Flight 93 was hijacked over northern Ohio at 9:28 a.m. At 9:37 a.m., Flight 77 struck the Pentagon. The South Tower collapsed at 9:59 a.m. Flight 93 crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m. After passengers and crew confronted the hijackers in North... Oh, yeah, let me make sure I'm putting commas and stuff. But Flight 93 was the crew I was talking about. They knew they were going to die. So they heard about the attacks. They knew we had to do something, so they confronted the hijackers and they saved lives. We don't know where that plane was going, but they saved lives that day. Sure, they lost their own, but they saved countless more lives from this tragedy. The North Tower collapsed at 10:28 a.m. A section of the Pentagon collapsed at 10:50 a.m. The South Tower collapsed first. Then the North Tower collapsed 29 minutes after the South Tower did. It's really bad. So, the ringleader of this entire thing was Osama bin Laden. He's pretty famous because of this. And he shouldn't be. It's tragic what happens, what people decide to do. They just go out and do it because they think it's, I don't know, because they do it. It's hard to understand the mind of someone wanting to kill others. It's interesting. Now, I'm gonna talk about how many deaths there were for the first responders. 3,000 civilians died, but the initial 9/11 deaths were for law enforcement and FD, EMS. Among the 3,000 victims, over 400 first responders, including 60 law enforcement officers who made the ultimate sacrifice. I think you can get it. The New York Fire Department honored 343 firefighters who died in the collapse of the World Trade Center. So, what we have here with these two fire trucks is a ladder salute. We have this ladder salute set up to honor everyone who died. Not just the first responders, everyone. And there's no real... So, when you're watching this video, it will be 9/11. I want you to just take a moment of silence for the people who died. The youngest person who died was a 2-year-old kid. A 2-year-old was killed because of someone. You know how sad that is? They didn't even get a chance to live life. But yet, they were gone because of people. So, down here, as you can see, there's 3 of us. We have someone representing FD, EMS, and sheriff's office, or law enforcement right here. We aren't here to disrespect. We're here to honor. That's why we're all here. We came to honor the people who lost their lives. 60 law enforcement, 334 firefighters, and countless other lives. That was just the initial impact. That's not including what firefighters, I think over 400 additional firefighters were killed. Yeah. If you're really curious about this stuff, I would go search this up and learn about it, because this is very interesting. Well, not interesting. It's tragic, but you should definitely try to learn about these things, because history happens. So now, since we know better, because hell, terrorism, I don't remember the reasons why 9/11 happened. It was this really Islamic group. It was an Islamic group led by Osama, but I'm not sure. There's documentaries, there's all kinds of stuff. Okay, so Osama bin Laden and his, I'm not going to try to even say that organization, claims responsibility for the attacks and published several reasons for their actions, which included the U.S.'s support for Israel, the U.S. presence in the Middle East, support for oppressive government, sanctions and actions against Muslims, the organized point to U.S. sanctions against Iraq, as well as actions against Muslims in Somalia and the Philippines. U.S. support for India in Kashmir, the hatred of American freedoms. Attack the U.S. because they hated American freedom and speech. Okay, so these guys are just haters. They did terrorism because we have democracy. Lovely. We made this to educate you guys and just get this out here. Get people to remember this horrible day that happened. And hopefully I really hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from this video. I'm probably gonna have a video out soon. I've just been really busy, but I decided, you know what, I have to get this video done. This is yeah, it's just something very important to talk about. Flight 93, all the flights. It's really interesting subject to dive into. It's tragic, but we have to learn from our tragedies. So, yeah, I really hope you guys did learn something or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the work that we put in here. We have a few new people. Cough, person right next to me, and other person right next to me, the firefighter and the police officer, are new. We have a ladder truck and our ladder truck. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how our recording crew is going. If you guys want to join the recording crew, of course, just ask in the comments and I'll send the link. I need to link it to the YouTube account. But yeah, I really do hope you guys learned something, and this is not a day to like joke around about. So, yeah. Well, yeah. See you all later. Bye. And cut. Lovely
Okay.
y'all can unmute.
Yeah, already did.
Yeah. Okay.
When are you posting it?
Tomorrow. I won't be watching.
When tomorrow, exactly?
Tomorrow as soon as I can. Probably in the morning. I'm just gonna set it to publish at a certain time.
Yeah, do it like super early.
Like super early? Like, do you want me to set it to...
Let's say it's like 5 in the morning, because some people will wake up that early.
Alright.
That'd be best to
I'm
set
getting
it.
off Roblox.